Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is beginner level ESL, level A1, lesson 20. It's a listening lesson, and today we're going to be talking about how to form the past simple of the verb to be. Right, so the past simple of to be is was or were. So you're going to pause the video and write down your answers. Complete these sentences using was or were. And then you can restart when you're ready to check your answers. All right, number one should be Maria was happy because she won a prize. He was in the office all day yesterday. They were tired because they worked 10 hours in a row. Tony, Maria, and I were at the cinema last night, and yesterday it was sunny, but today it's cloudy. All right, so the past simple of to be in the positive, negative, and negative contracted forms. So I was not, or I wasn't. So you can repeat these after me. I was not, I wasn't. You were not, you weren't. She was not, she wasn't. He was not, he wasn't. It was not, it wasn't. We were not, we weren't. They were not, they weren't. All right, so we're going to listen to some natural speech, and we use contractions a lot in spoken English. So just listen to the speaker using the positive, negative forms. The first time we'll just listen, and then the second time I will say these and have you repeat them after me. So let's just listen the first time.
I was at the theatre. They weren't at the party. We weren't at the beach. I wasn't at school. We were at the basketball match. He was a doctor when he was young. She wasn't worried about it. It wasn't a good day yesterday. It was a rainy day.
All right, now I'll say these. I'll say them a bit slower than she did, and then you can repeat them after me. I was at the theater. They weren't at the party. We weren't at the beach. I wasn't at school. We were at the basketball match. He was a doctor when he was young. She wasn't worried about it. It wasn't a good day yesterday. It was a rainy day. All right, and you can play that portion of the video as many times as you need to practice speaking those contractions aloud. All right, so we're going to listen to Maya and fill in the gaps with the past tense form of to be. So let's listen and I'll fill in the gaps as we go.
Yesterday I was at work from 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. It was a very long day. I was very tired after work. I arrived home about 10 p.m. and went to bed immediately.
All right, so when the subject is I or it, we use was as the past tense form of the to be verb. All right, we're going to listen again and do the same thing.
Yesterday, I was in a bad mood. I was angry with my girlfriend, and she was angry with me. I wasn't happy at all yesterday.
So again, we have the with the subject I, we use was. We also use was with she, and then the negative with I would be wasn't. Okay, so Sue is going to talk about the weather, and we're going to look at these statements and see if they are true or false. So let's read them first. Yesterday was a beautiful day. There were many clouds. It was the best day of the week, and yesterday was Monday. So let's listen.
Yesterday was a beautiful day. The sun was hot and there was a big blue sky. There weren't any clouds. It was the best day of the week, and even better, it was Sunday, so I wasn't at the office.
Okay, we'll listen again, and I'll pause it as she gives each answer, and we'll write down the answers.
Yesterday was a beautiful day.
Okay, so yesterday was a beautiful day. That is true.
The sun was hot and there was a big blue sky.
So the sun was hot and there was a big blue sky. There were many clouds, so that is false.
There weren't any clouds. It was the best day of the week.
It was the best day of the week. That is true.
And even better, it was Sunday.
Yesterday was Monday. No, it was Sunday. So false. All right, at a tourist site. So have you ever been to any places like these? These look like some older ruins, monuments, places that have been around for a long time. What was the best part of it if you have been to a place like this? Was there anything special to see? And were there any old buildings? All right, so we're going to look at the vocabulary for this part. I'm going to go ahead and show the answers because I'm not completely sure on all of these myself. So let's make sure we get these right. Okay, so ruins goes with picture A, and we say that ruins is the word we give to these old remains of a building. So we don't have the whole building there, it's just part of it, so that's why we call it ruins. B goes with harbor. So a harbor is a body of water where ships stay when they're not at sea. So this water here is known as the harbor. Picture C is a very old city in modern Turkey. So you can see what's left of this old building. And picture D is a temple. Some people worship and pray to a god in a temple. All right, so we're going to listen to Amir talk about Ephesus. So first we're going to read the statements. Again, you can pause the video and read on your own, or you can follow along as I read, and then we'll listen and write down whether these statements are true or false. So Amir says that Ephesus was a small city. He says that the city was near the sea. He says that there was a famous temple, the Temple of Artemis. And Amir says that today there is no water near the ruins of Ephesus. So let's listen.
Look at the picture of these old buildings. These are ruins today, but there was a very large and important city here. The city was called Ephesus, and it was near the sea. There were important buildings, such as the Temple of Artemis. There was a harbor next to the city a long time ago, but today there isn't any water nearby.
right, we'll listen again, and I'll pause it after he gives each answer.
Look at the picture of these old buildings. These are ruins today, but there was a very large and important city here. The city was called Ephesus.
Okay, see, Amir says that Ephesus was a small city. That's false. He said that it was a large and important city.
And it was near the sea.
He says that the city was near the sea. That is true.
There were important buildings, such as the Temple of Artemis.
He says that there was a famous temple, the Temple of Artemis. That is true.
There was a harbor next to the city a long time ago, but today there isn't any water nearby.
So he says that today there is no water near the ruins of Ephesus. That is also true. All right, now we're going to listen to Sonia and Bastian talking on the phone. So we'll take a look at the questions first and then listen, and then you can write down your answers. So was Bastian at work yesterday? Where was Bastian at around midday? And where was he at 3 p.m.? So let's listen.
Where were you yesterday?
I was at work, of course.
No, you weren't. You weren't at the office when I phoned you.
I was probably at lunch.
What time was that?
Around midday to 1 o'clock or so.
Oh, so where were you at 3 p.m. when I called?
I was in a meeting. No, I wasn't in a meeting. I was in a taxi, on my way to see a client.
Well, let's catch up sometime when you aren't so busy.
All right, so let's listen again, and I will pause it and write down the answers.
Where were you yesterday?
I was at work, of course.
So was Bastian at work yesterday? Yes, he was.
No, you weren't. You weren't at the office when I phoned you.
I was probably at lunch.
What time was that?
Around midday to 1 o'clock or so.
Okay, so where was Bastian at around midday? He was at lunch.
Oh, so where were you at 3 p.m. when I called?
I was in a meeting. No, I wasn't in a meeting. I was in a taxi, on my way to see a client.
So where was he at 3 p.m.? He was in a taxi on his way to see a client. All right, this time you can read along while you listen, and I'll fill in the gaps as we go.
Where were you yesterday?
I was at work, of course.
No, you weren't. You weren't at the office when I phoned you.
I was probably at lunch.
What time was that?
Around midday to 1 o'clock or so.
Oh, so where were you at 3 p.m. when I called?
I was in a meeting. No, I wasn't in a meeting. I was in a taxi, on my way to see a client.
Well, let's catch up sometime when you aren't so busy.
All right, so that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any questions, add those to the comments. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope that you'll join me again soon. Take care. Bye.